Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. What will become of Darvin Ham after Lakers' dismissal? After a relatively successful two-year run with the Los Angeles Lakers, the club's now ex-head coach Darvin Ham once again finds himself a free agent. There are two non-Lakers head coaching openings as of this writing, for the lottery-bound Charlotte Hornets and Washington Wizards. It's possible that another playoff team or two could fire their head coach before all is said and done, with another ex-Los Angeles head coach, the Phoenix Suns' Frank Vogel, looking the most vulnerable after his star-heavy squad suffered a 4-game sweep against the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. Will Ham, who had been a career assistant at the NBA level before accepting the Lakers gig, want to return to the job right away? He has yet to be connected to the Hornets and Wizards jobs, although he did just receive the axe on Friday. He reportedly inked a 4-year contract with Los Angeles, so he'll still be earning money even if he sits at home and/or occasionally dabbles in TV commentator appearances. Being the leader of the league's premier team, especially as someone who pushed the club to a Western Conference Finals appearance and a solid 90-74 overall record, should give him enough cash to net some media appearances. Ham previously served under longtime Atlanta Hawks and Milwaukee Bucks head coach Mike Budenholzer, including during their run to the 2021 championship. Budenholzer has been floated as a candidate for the Lakers gig, so it seems unlikely Ham would enjoy returning as an assistant to the team that just let him go. Prior to that, Ham had worked under the Mike Brown and Mike D'Antoni Lakers regimes. Brown is currently the head coach for LA's Pacific Division nemesis, the Sacramento Kings. That could be a good fit, should Ham want to take on a lead assistant level gig that should be considerably lower stakes. During his LA tenure, he helped develop Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura to breakout seasons in 2022-23, helped stabilize erratic point guards Dennis Schroeder and D'Angelo Russell, and maximize the defense of forward Jared Vanderbilt. He's come under criticism for some rotational and ATO decisions, but ultimately, the failure of the Lakers to advance past the first round seems to be more an issue of roster construction than coaching. LA faced a buzzsaw of a Denver Nuggets club that was just younger, bigger, and deeper. It feels unlikely that anyone not named Eric Spoelstra could have coached this particular LA roster's way out of that. Rumored All-Star trade target cuts direct tie to LeBron James, Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers are expected to pursue a trade for an All-Star caliber player to complement LeBron James, assuming he opts into the second year of his 2-year, $99 million contract this offseason, and Anthony Davis. Their rumored list of targets includes Cleveland Cavaliers star Donovan Mitchell and James' former teammate, Kyrie Irving, now of the Dallas Mavericks. Both are still in the playoffs. A third potential target, Trae Young, and his Atlanta Hawks are at home. However, Young's latest decision could present a hurdle to any potential trade pursuit this offseason. Young announced that he has switched his representation to the Creative Arts Agency, CAA. When I say it, I really mean it, the 3-time All-Star, Young, posted on X on May 7. Another day, another opportunity. It remains unclear how this will impact the Hawks' trade plans. Young has a home in LA. But he has insisted that he wants to stay in Atlanta with the Hawks. He also made it clear that he wants to win sooner rather than later, putting the onus on the front office to accommodate that. They are widely expected to explore trading him or teammate DeJounte Murray this offseason. The Lakers and Hawks held advanced trade talks regarding Murray ahead of the deadline, and this could clear a path toward rekindling those talks this offseason. Murray is also a clutch client, as is Hawks rising star Jalen Johnson, with whom James trained last offseason. Johnson, however, said during his season-ending press conference that he is likely to switch from James' signature shoe after a series of ankle injuries this season. CAA is a noted rival of Clutch Sports Group helmed by noted superagent Rich Paul, who represents both James and Davis as well as Jared Vanderbilt. The rival agency's relationship has long been icy. Paul and former CAA associate Leon Rose, now president of the New York Knicks, met and ironed out their differences, per the New York Post's Stephen Bondy on February 2. That could be notable amid the uncertainty around James' future. The origin of the rival agency's particular beef stemmed from Paul leaving CAA and taking James with him in 2012. James had been Rose's client since 2005. But the Lakers star and Paul were friends and business associates before the former entered the league in 2003. Paul's outfit has felt CAA carried favor within the Knicks organization, a notion underscored by Rose's hiring in 2020. The Knicks notably signed former Dallas Mavericks star Jalen Brunson, a CAA client, in free agency in 2023. Knicks head coach Tom Thibodeau, Brunson's father, Rick Brunson, who was an assistant on the team, as well as several other current coaches and players are CAA clients. That list includes former Lakers draft picks Josh Hart and Julius Randle. CAA happens to be Mitchell's agency, with the five-time All-Star linked heavily to the Knicks even after his trade to the Cavs, but before Brunson's emergence. Current Lakers starting point guard D'Angelo Russell is a CAA client. Russell made no secret about his plans to use his leverage this offseason. He has an $18.7 million player option for year 2 of his 2-year, $36 million contract. Russell struggled for the second consecutive postseason. But his value to the Lakers went beyond the on-court production. Russell waived the typical no-trade rights he was entitled to under his current deal. The Lakers stood pat at the trade deadline, putting potential emphasis on the need for Russell to decline his option, thus locking in his 2024-25 salary. They could still have a bevy of draft selections at their disposal, depending on the timing. However, it takes at least 2 teams to complete a trade. The other party or parties could require salary matching to get something done. The Lakers are light on players that hold value around the league. Without Russell to include in a potential trade, they could be more limited in their options than it seems at first blush. It's just another potential hurdle while they also search for their next head coach. Dallas Mavericks listed as potential destination for Lakers LeBron James. LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers could be a free agent this offseason if he declines his player option, which has betting markets ready to go. DraftKings is currently allowing bets on which team King James will take his talents to next. The Lakers are the heavy favorites at -500, but the Dallas Mavericks are tied for 5th with the New York Knicks and Miami Heat at +2,500. The teams ahead are the Golden State Warriors, +1,400, Cleveland Cavaliers, +1,400, and the Philadelphia 76ers, +1,800. In terms of basketball fit, there may not be a better one than the Mavericks for LeBron. He was teammates with Kyrie Irving in his second stint on the Cleveland Cavaliers, where they won a championship together in 2016. James has also been very complimentary of Luka Doncic throughout the years, calling him his favorite player in the league. The passing and scoring abilities between Doncic, Irving, and James all working together is fun to think about, but James would likely have to take a severe pay cut for it to work out, as the Mavericks are already projected to be a tax-level team. The Mavericks could make moves, such as offloading the contracts of Tim Hardaway Jr. and Josh Green, but that would give them even less financial flexibility moving forward. LeBron James has also not been shy in his desire to play with his son, Bronny, who has entered the NBA draft. Dallas currently holds the draft's final pick, sitting with the 58th selection in the NBA draft via the Boston Celtics. If Bronny James is still on the board then, which is a possibility given his limited production in college and questions about his long-term upside, it wouldn't be the worst idea to take him to convince LeBron to come to Dallas. Despite playing his 21st season at 39 years old, James still had an effective season, averaging 25.7 ppg, 8.3 apg, and 7.3 rpg while shooting a career-high 41% from 3. He's still capable of playing at a high level and wants to continue being in title contention. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of LeBron James? Leave your opinion in the comments.